Good evening and welcome to Gray Barn of Andover, New Jersey. Tonight's 15-minute booth tour is going to be Auntie's Attic, vendor code number 82. Auntie's Attic has a shelf in the case room here, and lock shelf right here. And she's also one of the 20% off vendors off of items not marked firm. And she also has the booth right when you walk in the back with the wall of Pyrex. Now, if you have not purchased from us before and you wish to do so, just check out our bio. We make it super simple. The small items we definitely do ship. We are located in Andover, New Jersey at zip code 07821. We also are available for local pickup Wednesday through Sunday during business hours. We accept PayPal, and from what I understand, you don't even need a PayPal account, and you can actually use it for Venmo and Zelle, so I've heard that from people. We also will take your credit card over the phone during business hours. We input it directly into our bank card machine. Do not send us your credit card information, and we do not write it down, so you do not have to worry about that ever. Again, I reiterate, never ever send us or anybody, for that matter, your credit card information, even in portions and stuff, because they have cracked those. So going forward, again, we are in Auntie's Attic. This is the case room, and you can see she has some beautiful uranium glass back there. That is the Fenton. Probably should have worn my glasses to see that far. Custard uranium basket, and that is $55. So that would be 20% off. So that is just $44. And we mean by uranium. So we actually have black lights in this case, and you'll see some other black lights in the shop. So when I kill this light, look at that, it goes to just plain yellow. And you see that set in the corner there, that is also part of the uranium glass. That is the pitcher with the lid, and it has a couple of glasses. I'm just going to come back over here again and put that light on for us. And you'll see the glow. You see like the vendor above, Betty's Treasures, really has a strong black light going on there. So the pitcher set has the lid, and it has the two glasses with it, and that is $64. That's recently been reduced. So the price we would go with is the red price, and we would take the 20% off of that because she does not have the word firm on it. Our vendors try to indicate if there's any damage. Unfortunately, sometimes it happens in the shop, and sometimes they just don't see it. If a repair has really been done well on it, they will not see it. We always triple check basically everything before we do send it out to you, and we'll indicate if there are any issues with the items. Cute little dollhouse desk, and that is $960. That's probably from like the late 70s, early 90s. Early 80s, when you used to actually be able to go to dollhouse shows. And that's a little roll top desk. Some lead figures that are left. She had a few more. They have since sold. And we have this large Santa for $36. Beautiful hurricane lamp there. And then a red flock Santa back there with the reindeer for $22.40. There is some missing flock. I guess flocking would be the right term. And that is what they call a hobbyist piece over there. It's done in the style of the Miss Prissy, and it's inspired. It's a Lefton-inspired Miss Prissy, and that's $48, and that is also as is, so there is some damage on that. So we're going to slowly turn so as not to make you all dizzy, and head on into what we call the great room here, because that is the largest area of the shop. Pardon our mess. We had a Sunday night live, and this has all been invoiced, and Don still has a wee bit of shipping left to do, and hopefully we'll get that all done by tomorrow so we can start it all over again, because Sunday night at 6:15 we're going to be doing another tour and shop. In lieu of the jewelry sale that we were going to do Saturday night, we opted for Sunday night to do another one where you're in the driver's seat. We walk around the shop and you say, I want to see that. How much is that? And he'll let you know if something is shippable or not at that point. So she has this big booth here. I just want to walk back. And she recently was in and reduced the prices of the blow molds. Larger ones are not shippable without incurring quite a large surcharge. And we're going to just kind of turn around to here. She's got these two bookcases and this bit of wall space. So if you're local, you see there's some good blow molds left still. These are the vintage ones. These aren't the new ones that are popping up at Cracker Barrel and Walmart. So if you want the true vintage, we have those. They are the electrical plug-ins. We have one ceramic tree left in here that has some condition issues. Auntie's Attic had the most of them this particular holiday season and has sold out of all of them. So you see she's got some beautiful copper pieces, great old advertising pieces. And again, this is a 20% off booth, so 15 would become 12. It does have the lid. Nabisco's Fleischmann's tin, that's nice. And you'll notice some of our vendors, which I absolutely love, this actually put the measurements on many of the items. So that's a nice 10-pound tin there. There's a tobacco tin for just $14.40. I have to remember to look at the camera while I'm doing this too. I start looking too. It's bad. I'm here all the time and I still shop all the time. That's really neat. That's brass and copper, and that's just $17.60. It's 1 liter. We know that because I know somewhere on there it actually says the 1 liter. There we go. So it has a little brass plate on it that says that. Cute. Oh, this is cute. $12. It's copper and brass ice bucket, 9x6. Let's see what it's got like a little, what is that? Plastic liner in there. So that's nice. So it won't damage the metal, and the metal won't get into the water either. So that's nice. Let's see, an eclectic mix. A lot of great Tupperware. So if you see anything that you like in this video or past videos on our Facebook or our Instagram, do not hesitate to reach out to get more information. Easiest thing that you can actually do for us to get a hold of you is either direct message us on Facebook, which is Gray Barn Antiques, Gray with the E, or on our Instagram, Gray_Barn, Gray with the E again as well. And if you direct message us, if you can just pop a picture or give me the timestamp, and I will gladly get you more pictures, more information, pricing, find out how much it might cost to ship to you, whatever you might need to know on that. So we have some nice Pfaltzgraff Village pieces, 16 for the spoon. This is just a tiny little insulator, clear Hemingsway, and that is $8. So usually they're colored, so that's an interesting one. Usually have the greens and the aquas. There's a good deal on a Dinoware Thermocrisp brown daisy dish for just $6.40. Oh yeah, there it says Dinoware. Huh, cool. So kind of in the spirit of our Pyrex, and that has the measurements on it as well. That's some nice old cookbooks as well. A nice old suitcase, another great tin. And like I said, you can see she has an eclectic mix of everything, specializing in, but obviously not limited to, Pyrex. So a lot of our vendors, we have an eclectic mix in here. Most of the vendors tend to hone in on one type of thing mostly that you'll find in their booth. Their style really comes through. So, and they really take their time curating and working on their space. Most of our vendors come in at least once a week, if not more. So you can see again, here's another black light. So you can see that wonderful glow down there. So we got some fantastic pieces down there. And we have a black light that you can borrow anytime you come in if you want to wander around and check out if anything else is in here has that, will glow. So this is a nice stand. That's 28. That's not bad. 22x7. Should be able to ship that, but I'm not 100% sure. And of course, all the teacups and saucers on there are for sale as well. So again, this is our vendor, Auntie's Attic, and then the vendor, when I say vendor code 82, that's our tag. So it's a centralized register, and we'll put in vendor 82. That's her item number. That means nothing to you, but to her, it's the item number. So, and then the price. So when you're in a booth, you'll see it says vendor 82 is 20% off, and that's where that comes in handy, especially if people move things around the shop, as people tend to do, so you know which discount you're getting. Other than our train vendor and the general store, all of our vendors offer at least 20% off, and that is the same for cash or credit. We even have some 30% offs, and we even have a 40% off this month. So beautiful colored glass. We always have a pretty good selection of that in here as well. So 12 becomes $9.60, 10 becomes just $8. There's some Avon Cape Cod, the red, the ruby. That's $9.60 for all three of those goblets. And then every Wednesday night at 5:30, we do a weekly Facebook Live. That's different from our tour and shop. The weekly one I do, I come around and I'll find things that were just brought in that day or I think are a really good deal. And we'll pull those items up, things I know that they're easier to ship. So I don't, my poor husband, he goes to work at, he leaves here at like 3 something. He works Monday through Friday. So after he leaves here, he has to go to work. So he's putting in a lot of time here between all the shipping and everything. So I try to make it that's things that are not too difficult to ship. But he packs very well, so you never have to worry about that. So again, this is Auntie's Attic. Let's see. So, and then they'll actually put sizes on their items as well. The linens and stuff mostly have sizes. So this is for the double quilts underneath that. And again, I can get you more pictures if you need. This rack for the rolling pin is not for sale. If we can get more of those in, we will, and offer those for sale. You can see she's got a lot of Pyrex. And that is 20% off if not marked firm. So these are the current patterns that she has in. So if you don't see it right now, she does not have it. So Pyrex is getting harder for not just you as a purchaser to find, but for our vendors to find it at prices that are not, too high, that they can bring it in and offer it to you at a reasonable price as well. So that's what happens with like the train collectibles and that. Our train guy keeps his prices really sharp and has a hard time finding collections that are not, oh, I saw it on eBay for this, so I want that for it. And he's like, I can't give that to you for that. So 56 on the Crazy Daisy or whatever the other name they have for it. And that's 56. So a lot of great stuff in around the whole shop. Of course, people tend to go to like one vendor that they prefer, but all of our vendors are always bringing in such great things. You never know what you're going to find. Now I've had several people interested in him to have him shipped. He's 36. There is a hole in the foot and he has that harder plastic. So just so you know, I point that out. Oh, that's unusual. A seahorse copper mold, and that is just $8. You can see there's a lot of different molds in here. Had a really cute fish mold last night from another vendor that we sold on the Facebook Live. So those are a lot of fun to watch as well. The people in the rooms, in the chat room are very welcoming. So that's 12 on that one. I'm going to back up so you can see this part of the booth as well. As we are coming up on this just came in. This is such a cool tin. The height on this is so unusual. So let's see, 7 by 11 by 8 1/4. So 1440. Usually these are a little bit shorter, as you know, and the colors are a lot of fun on that. And we can absolutely ship that. And if you get a bunch of other small things in there, we do combine shipping whenever possible to keep those costs down for you. You can see she's got a lot of great old kitchenware in here as well. So cutely displayed on this shutter. And things like, he can even ship things like this because it's flat enough that we're able to keep the costs down. So that's 28 on that little spice rack with the drawers on it. A lot of linens in here. This is not yellow. This is more of a gray. It came across gray on here. Good. Beautiful lamp. We have the cap for that on the counter, so that's converted. Unfortunately, we've had people who had lamps in here with the caps on, and the caps have disappeared. So we now keep those up at the counter. And then this is the center of her booth. And again, we are visiting with Auntie's Attic at Gray Barn of Andover, New Jersey. Please be sure to check out our bio if you wish to purchase anything in this video or past videos on our Facebook or Instagram. This she just brought in, and the price on this is amazing. This is an oil lamp, right? So, and look at the tall chimney on that, and this is all glass. This was clearly a wedding gift. The etching on here is Fred and Allie, 1870, and then maybe an anniversary, because then here it says 1875. Just beautiful. Wait till you see the price on this. $36. There are some chips. I mean, well over, it's 140 years old. So yeah, of course there's going to be a few chips. So that is an oil lamp, has not been converted to electric. And that's a set of sewing drawers that have been encompassed in a little box here. And that's $60 for that. And this is a two-sided. Same face on both sides, $52. That is a blow mold, 12 inches. So you have the same face on both sides. It's making the same expression. This is one of those little musical dancing boxes. Hopefully he's wound up. Yep. So 28 on that. He is really wound up. Santa had a lot of coffee today. We can absolutely ship that. I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand, am I? So we're going to have to listen to Santa dance it down, okay? While we go around to the rest of this booth. We have some Santa music going. We sell out of these all the time, the individual creamer. So wow, that's a great price on that one. That one's just $4, and that is 2¼ inches tall, and that is the pink. Very pretty. And then these are just little ones that have, these were, I guess they filled them up at the dairy, I don't know, and have a POG, but those are just $3. That one's $3, as is that one. So that's where that firm comes in. Cute little mirror for just $14.40. Does have little cherubs on the end. So scratches to the glass. You have the matching on each end there, and the measurements again are there. And I see that we have hit our 15-minute time, so I'm going to start wrapping this up. I just want to make sure I show you all the items, well, as best as I can, that are currently in Auntie's attic. And again, all of our vendors restock weekly, so you never know what we're going to find. Our next shop, our tour and shop, is on our Facebook page this Sunday night at 6:15 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, as always, for choosing to spend some time with us at the Gray Barn. Good night.